Hello everyone. Before we get to the channeling portion of this episode 26, I'd like to share a dream that I had last week with you all because it relates to the shift. So just a little bit of background. I live here in Sedona and we have a famous rock here called Cathedral Rock. So this is the dream. There was a prophecy that at the time of the shift, that water would flow from the top of the rock. And so I'm standing there looking at Cathedral Rock, and all of a sudden it starts to glow this amazing, gorgeous, yellow, golden glow. The whole top of the rock was just blazing with this golden glow. And then the water started to flow from the top of the rock. And as the water flowed, it flowed down in these beautiful streams that swirled around the rock. And then the water flow slowed down a bit, and 3 huge portals opened up. And out of these portals flew 3 very large fairies, and they were flying around. And then all of a sudden, there was a palpable shift, like something went poof. It's the best way I know how to describe it. And at this poof, millions of teeny tiny fairies were released from Cathedral Rock, and they were flying around us and landing on us, and it was beautiful. And that was the dream. I wish there was more, but that was it. So in this video, we are going to ask Prime Creator about any updates for the big shift that I am really feeling in my being. And also we have some questions from our viewing audience, so thank you for submitting your questions.
A viewer asks, why do we need new energy on this planet to claim what has always been ours?
Yes, dear one. This new energy is serving to bring in higher frequencies, to assist the collective in releasing them from the hologram, from the illusion. There have been a few that have released themselves without the assistance of these energies. However, for most of the collective, since they are so deep in the illusion, these higher frequency energies are assisting to free them, to raise their vibration so that they may see and know more clearly.
Is there clarity to the idea of the moon being artificially constructed by the Anunnaki?
First, dear ones, the moon is real. It is more than a projection. It is made out of actual substance. And at the time of its creation, the Anunnaki contributed, you could say, with their codes and information to create a holographic experience on Gaia and in the moon. And so there is some truth to this understanding of the moon being artificial, as it is part of the hologram. The information inserted by the Anunnaki contributes to your hologram, and in this way there is an artificial nature. However, the moon itself is constructed of very real substance, dear ones.
Do you have anything you would like to share with people who have fears about ETs coming to this planet?
As with all information that is received through channels or through the knowing of someone's heart or through the intellect, it is always possible for convolution because you are bringing information through your filters. Sometimes these filters are fear. Because the information sometimes comes through fear, it is then projected as fear. As an example, this channel asked this question because of what was told to her. about a book that was written, how ETs would come appearing gentle and nice, and would then turn on planet Earth and its people to take over. Because this is not this channel's experience of ETs, because she is filtering through love, her relationship with her star brothers and sisters is quite different. Thus she asked this question. And so it must be understood that any fear-based information such as this is coming from beings who are filtering through their fear. Even if they are not in touch with that fear and they think they are simply presenting information, if one is not tuned in to the frequency of love, they will bring in this lower vibrating information. And so it is up to you to choose. At what frequency do you wish to resonate? Your resonance will determine your experience of what occurs with galactic disclosure and the unfolding of events during this upcoming shift. And so I gently ask you, dear ones, at what frequency do you wish to resonate? I invite you to do your best to resonate with the frequencies of love. For the more of you that choose this, the easier our upcoming transitions will be for all.
What was the significance of the energy alignment of the February 22nd full moon?
This full moon brought a pattern of deeper alignments. Alignments to an upcoming shift. Aligning you to higher frequencies for those that wish to receive. Even if you were not aware of these alignments, you can still benefit from the energies of these alignments. You can simply ask, please align me to my highest good. Please align me to the frequencies of my highest good. In aligning yourself to the highest good, dear ones, you are aligning yourself to the highest and best that is unfolding in your future. The energies of this full moon also served to bring to light anything that was of lower vibration within you. As many of you experienced coming face to face with your shadow. All of this is part, again, of bringing you into alignment with the highest and best. There is much more, and you could find out from astronumerology or an astrologer or others who channel the energy of the moon alignments. However, this is the essence of what this full moon was about.
What is the significance of the energy alignment of the solar eclipse that is to occur on March 8th over the Pacific Ocean?
This eclipse is another chance, dear ones, for you to address any shadows within your being. For as we get closer and closer to experiencing a dramatic shift in your experience, in your awareness, the more you can address your shadow, the easier these shifts will be for you. Also in alignment with this solar eclipse is a large influx of gamma wave that is scheduled on this current timeline to come to Gaia. And so you can prepare your beings by asking your bodies to prepare for this great amount of light energy. You can ask your bodies to receive this light energy that is coming to assist you in raising your vibration.
Are there any current energy alignments to be aware of for the spring equinox?
This is another time in your experience on the planet where large amounts of gamma wave is scheduled to come to Gaia and into your awareness. All of these alignments are similar in the fact that they are offering you higher frequencies. Each alignment builds on the previous. And whatever frequency level you were able to receive, the next alignment offers you a larger dose, so to speak. This is individual as well as collective. For the amount that is allowed, so to speak, to come onto your planet is determined by what was assimilated in the previous alignment. And so the more each individual is able to assimilate, and the more the collective is able to assimilate, the more will be offered at the next alignment. Yes, in between these alignments, smaller waves continue to come in. It is simply that these light energies are amplified because of larger alignments of your galaxy, such as the solar eclipse and the equinox and full moons and things of this nature. Also offered at the spring equinox are energies of new beginnings. While it is not considered spring on all parts of your planet, the US in particular is set to receive many energies of new beginnings because of its structures and systems. Things must shift in order for the entire planet to experience a rebirth. This is the shift that is coming, dear ones. A rebirth of your personal energies, a rebirth of the collective energy, a rebirth of government and monetary systems. Since we are using the metaphor of birth, as you can imagine, there are some labor pains that are associated with birth. To the degree that the collective can stay in a loving vibration is the degree that these birthing pains will be dissolved. For it does not have to be painful, dear ones. This birth could be full of ease and grace. And this does depend on how much love the collective can embody. Yes, dear ones, you as light workers are doing a tremendous service as you focus your frequencies on love It is serving the collective. Have no doubt about this, dear ones. And whatever you can do to share this love in your day-to-day with those who are not at the same vibration as you, the better it will be for all.
What percent of critical mass of awakened souls are we currently at now?
Dear ones, we are currently at 93%.
What is the current timeline for what will occur when the critical mass is reached?
Keeping in mind, dear ones, that timelines are shifting very rapidly these days. What is currently scheduled when critical mass is achieved is a beautiful outflow of loving energy from the heavens onto your planet, so that those who are not yet in that loving vibration will experience an easiness, a beauty, a grace that they will be able to receive in order to go through the transition. What is scheduled for the transition is a falling apart of the old paradigm. Monetary structures, governmental structures, corporate structures, structures that are not in service to the highest good must fall away and dissolve and be transmuted so that your heaven and earth can be experienced. Simultaneous to these structures dissolving is also a release of a great amount of prosperity for the light workers and those who choose to use this prosperity for the highest good. And so while some may experience chaos and confusion, others may experience great ease and grace, prosperity and joy. After the prosperity is released, you will see an unfolding of new government, a rebuilding of structures that do serve the highest good. And so in some ways, the dissolving and falling away will also be simultaneous to the rebuilding. For dear ones, already is in place the new. Already is in place what is to unfold for your heaven on earth. And so we are working to make this transition as seamless as possible. Yes, there will be those who are stuck on fear-based thinking. But for those who wish to receive the light, that beautiful soft wave of energy that will be arriving before anything major transitions, this will be available to ease the transition, so that when the falling away occurs, it will be seen for what it is, with ease and grace and love. Again, dear ones, keeping in mind that all is being monitored very diligently and very closely, and that if anything needs to be shifted in the timeline, it will be done upon the consent of all souls. And so the details I have provided through this channel, that is where we stand of this moment. This is subject to change if something else is needed for the highest and best good, dear ones. As of now, all of this is scheduled to occur within the next 3 months. And so I invite you not to develop attachment to this information, but to continue to focus on your own frequencies, on continuing to raise your vibration, to not make any drastic or rash decisions based upon this information, but to continue to live your lives, fulfilling your responsibilities, fulfilling your heart's desires, doing your best to do both of these at the same time, dear ones.
Is there anything else Prime Creator would like to share with those watching this video at this time?
I invite you, dear ones, to attune your cells to the frequencies of love. And for those of you who wish to be in service to the collective, to ask your cells to radiate and emanate the highest frequencies of love and light. Many of you have enjoyed the transmissions I bring through this channel in the form of sound. And so I invite you to receive again. Dear ones, I invite you to remember the peace that lay within your hearts. I invite you to remember who you are as peace, love, and light. This will assist you in the coming transitions on your planet and in your experience. I love you, dear ones. Thank you for your service. Thank you, everyone, for joining me today. I'm ready. Let's receive.